Something that we have not seen for a couple of days is a white rhino, and we picked up tracks as we crossed Fuyatela Dam wall, and look at what we've got, a big white rhino bull heading onto a dung midden. Look at that, isn't that amazing? Oh gosh, and what you will notice with white rhinos, of course, is they do like to scrape it open using their back legs. Gosh, the scent of that is just quite something. You can hear he's just, of course, making typical rhino noises. Now he's just marking his territory. They'll also spray their urine and then drag their feet afterwards. This is such a fantastic demonstration. Again, it's really wonderful when animals do what you say. Can you believe it? A resting rhino. That's exactly what we needed on our board today. Don't worry, this rhino has not collapsed because of dehydration. It is in fact just having a little snooze. I suspect that he's probably been on a patrol for quite some time now. And, you know, sometimes you do just need to lay down. And of course, with rhinos having such thick skin, I don't mind sitting in the sun for a little bit. There's probably a mud wallow down the way, which he'll roll in.
Well, welcome back to Djuma, everybody. What a fantastic rhino sighting we had moments earlier. Although I have to say, it has been suggested by the powers that be that we're not allowed to tick that sticker off, but we've already got the sticker on the board, so it's a bit late. But just to back us up, perhaps you, the viewers, could confirm our amazing rhino sighting. It's not often you see that sort of behaviour at close quarters. But being a rhino midden, of course, that is an ecological hotspot. There's lots of good detritus in there. There's lots of nutrients that need to be returned to the soil, and one of the animals that is required to do that is the dung beetle, and we have a queen dung beetle for you. Now, they're quite uncoordinated flyers, as you can see. They struggle to right themselves sometimes. There we go. Now, of course, what dung beetles will do is they will approach the pile, and they've got those antennae which seem to be flopping in different directions, and they will pick up the smell of the dung a long way away, and then they will create a ball. Now, normally it's the male that will do this, but in some occasions the female gets a little bit tired of waiting for the correct male, so she will do it herself, and she will make a little ball of dung. And then what normally happens is the telecoprid dung beetles will then roll that ball away over the road. Ah, there we go. It's like something out of the World Cup. Whoa! And then sometimes they stand on top of the ball to reorientate themselves with the sun. There we go. Look, this is... It never happens like this when you commentate on something. It all happens, and eventually she will get it to a spot that she is happy with, and then she will bury that dung ball and lay an egg inside the ball, which will develop into a larvae. Where's she off to? She seems to have abandoned that ball. And oof. And so they are quite uncoordinated flyers, but one could argue that that was a very daring dung beetle, possibly a stupid dung beetle, I'm not sure, one or the other, that may need some patching up, but luckily we always carry a first aid kit just in case something like this happens. So yeah, an ecological system that is the dung pile. I'm just going to check our dung beetle's okay, because I haven't heard or seen any movement since that crash. Okay, our dung beetle is fine.
I did fall in stinging nettle, which is quite cool.
So taking one for the team.
Yeah.
Have you got a little rash?
No, I don't think so,
already?
but it's the burning, tingling sensation. It's not my favourite, but it's fine.
Well, I think it's dedication to the cause. But can you believe it? That's a third sticker already. If you could justify our daring dung beetle. Well said, Sharon. I completely agree. The coolest dung beetle ever.
I think she said biggest.
Oh, is it biggest?
I'm on a diet, okay?
I was going to say, yeah, careful.
Just teasing.
You're eating too much dung.
I have, yeah. It'll do it to you. Yeah, it'll do it to you.
Let's just double check. We do need a dancing zebra. Look at that. What a... I'm not sure what noise the zebra was making there.
What noise does a zebra make?
But there's a zebra. Look at that. What are the chances right next to the vehicle? Now, maybe if we're lucky, the zebra will dance for us. Now, I know we've all seen Madagascar, so let's try the song that Marty dances for. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it. Dum, 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 dum. Your stripes are falling off, Zebra.
Can I stop now? They've melted off me. That's how you know it's hot, is when
Exactly, your stripes have melted away.
Stripes
it's all
start to-
subterfuge after all. Well, there you go. That's a dancing zebra. I'm sure you can confirm that for us on our board. It doesn't really help us.
No.
We need a barking baboon and a goofy giraffe to... Oh, no, it does.
No, we do. Yeah,
Look,
we have
the
got dancing
zebra's
zebra.
at the top. Yeah, I'd missed this one. We've got 2 dancing zebras, or maybe we'll find another dancing zebra at some point.
We've resorted to doing a grass safari now, but I actually just jumped out the car really, really quickly. I wanted to have a look and get a bit closer to camp. I don't know if anybody was listening on the dam cam. Did you hear baboons barking? Because we were quite far to the south, almost on the southern boundary, and it sounded like there were baboons that were barking, and that's something that we do need on our list. And I know that there was a leopard that apparently was on their way to Djuma. Definitely go and investigate in a moment. But what? That is disgusting. What is this? Did you hear that? Are you joking? Oh, look, there's a baboon in the tree. Just what I needed. How has this turned into a mud? Yes, here we go. This is a very good demonstration of a big male baboon.
Pose.
Yeah, baboon pose. And at this time of the year, what we quite often see with baboons is that the males that are part of the oligarchy community, so the big super group of males that protect the troops, they will separate actually and go off on their own and find themselves a tree to meditate and reflect on the year. And this is probably one of the biggest chakma baboons that I've ever seen in my life. And as you can see, it has learned to throw its own feces. Delightful. Did I get any in my ponytail? No!
I think I managed to miss your ponytail. I mean, the
Did you
baboon
miss
missed
it?
your ponytail. I shot up here to see whether or not the baboon was still in the tree. But I think I must have chased it away, unfortunately.
Oh, really? We're actually just admiring the clouds for a moment, and the wind is starting to pick up, so I'm surprised the clouds aren't moving at the speed that they normally do. And unfortunately, we were not blessed with a very, very fantastic sunset this evening. But something else that's really amazing when you get to this time of the day is the silhouettes that you can quite often see of various animals. Obviously, it would be very handy if we had a... Oh, wait! Is that a goofy giraffe? No, it couldn't be. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. I've only read about these in books. And I once saw an article on the internet with a short clip of a goofy giraffe. It's not a subspecies. It's now a new species of giraffe, so making it 5 species of giraffe that we can see in Africa. Isn't that amazing? And to have, obviously, through evolution, one of the things that it has adapted to combat the harsh African sun is a sort of reflective eyewear, if you will. I know it does look like sunglasses, but I can promise you that it is not sunglasses at all. It's just a new adaptation. Ears aren't as perky, and ossicones are reduced in size as they don't seem to show much aggression towards one another. So males don't particularly need them. Actually, with females, it's completely redundant. They don't have any ossicones at all. And like birds, they seem to do a pecking motion in order to feed. Whereas, southern giraffe... Other species, reticulated giraffe, they normally use their long tongues. But again, this maybe is to adapt with trees with smaller leaves. They don't need to use their long tongue. What is it doing now? Pecking again. Oh, there we go. Yes. That is probably the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. We all get 11 out of 10 for arts and crafts, and I know that we are taking the goofy giraffe. I don't think that any of you are going to disappear. Ben, are you fully clothed? Like you said you were going to be earlier. Do you remember how we said earlier, you said you were going to do something with the giraffe and your shirt? Because it would be really funny if you could walk out. Stand by. You have to watch this because this is going to be even better. In case you weren't sure, I just want to clarify, there is no such thing as a goofy giraffe. There are still only 4 species of giraffe, and they all have a number of different subspecies. Behind the tree, believe it or not, is in fact Ben. But I know that it is so realistic. It's almost like CGI. It's just unbelievable. Look at that. And they're quite small too. This is a fully grown male. He's just 2 meters tall. I know, this is hysterical. This is so funny. So yes, I'm waiting for the confirmation. Trying to reach down on the small little perennial plants that are just popping through at the moment. Pecking at them again. Yes. I don't think that anyone is going to disagree with us, but we win bingo again today. Ben and I should theoretically get half a point each. So it's confirmed. We won bingo, Ben. We won bingo. Yes, yes, we won, and we were creative. So thank you very much. Yeah, yes. Thank you so much for playing along with us, of course. You were all good sports. None of them were real animals, but it was a lot of fun anyway. We played bingo so many afternoons, so we thought, let's have a little bit of fun. It is the silly season, after all. And